Alright folks, we're about to wrap up the first half with our last match of the first hour, but first we're going to have to relay some unfortunate news. As you saw earlier in the last match, Dash Wilder had to be escorted from the ring after a triple powerbomb from Snitsky, Sullivan, and MJ Ferrantino. And MJ Ferrantino, you can see him over there doing his victory lap as Dash Wilder is dragged away to the back. Well, Dash Wilder, freshly examined by Dr. Beverly Sims Barnett, RWL staff physician, says Dash Wilder will not be back until sometime in mid-September.
Scott Bell should have never committed the revival to this match so soon after Legends Showdown. Now he's got to work without Dash Wilder, who's suffering from a fairly nasty concussion and some neck pain. Way too many triple power bombs in Dash's diet this week.
He's gonna have to cut back on those. Coming up, we're closing out the first hour with a ladies division matchup setting Eve Torres against the extremely hot and extremely popular Brenda Blair.
The next ladies contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, here's Eve Torres.
Okay, this is an unexpected surprise. This former WWE Divas champion, with the movie star good looks, was exceedingly popular during her run with them, and here making her first RWL appearance as far as I can remember. I don't think we've ever seen her compete, at least not here.
You would be right, Wally. She has never competed in an RWL ring. This will be her first time, and going up against Brenda Blair. Well, that's going to make for a colorful match.
Her opponent from San Jose, California, Brenda Blair. On the other side of things, Brenda's coming off that loss last week in the Snarl Women's Championship match with Liberty Bell Danielle. So she's gonna come in looking for a crucial win over the newly arrived Eve Torres, but against a former Divas champion, and that means Brenda may not have an easy time in this one.
And while Brenda may have lost to Danielle Heathcote last week, fans are still buzzing about her total Aces High performance in that Fatal 4-Way elimination match at Rage just a few days before that. And no bull, she was amazing in that one. And so, I'm not sure what you Jets want to do, but I'm absolutely favoring Miss Blair in this confrontation.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Wally. Not a thing at all. Man, is it just me, or does this Vancouver crowd certainly seem happy to see Brenda Blair? This is going to be a great matchup to close out the first half tonight. Referee Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. Here we go. Brenda Blair opens up with a series of chops and a spinning forearm, taking Eve Torres down to the mat. Gets a hold of her, drives a knee into her head. Brenda Blair wasting very little time making her way to the top far left turnbuckle. Here we go. Oh man, what a leg drop with a lot of elevation on that one. Brenda Blair firmly in control in the opening goings here. A series of wrist clutch kicks to the ribs and a forearm to the side of the head for Eve Torres. Brenda Blair rebounds off the rope. Boom, elbow right into the face of Eve Torres, followed up with a stomp. Brenda Blair firmly in control of things from the word go. Here's a series of stomps. She likes to do this. She likes to kick people and toy with them. Brenda Blair gets a hold of Eve Torres, has her up, drives another knee into her head, goes for a cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Well, that ain't gonna work. Eve Torres kicking out of the pin. Brenda Blair having to start from zero again, goes back to the top far left turnbuckle, and here, oh man, not one but two, and goes for the cover again. 1, 2, not even 2. Eve Torres resisting 2 top rope leg drops from Brenda Blair, won't go gently into that good night. Brenda Blair not worried about it at all. She has been firmly in control of Eve Torres from the opening bell. A series of stomps to the hands and fingers of Eve Torres from Brenda Blair. Brenda countered by Eve Torres, who's finally looking like she's going to mount some offense. Here's a shot to the midsection and a neck breaker from Eve to Brenda Blair. Brenda slammed back down to the canvas by Eve. Eve rounds her up. Another kick to the midsection and another neck breaker. Eve Torres starting to get some momentum going here. Slams Brenda Blair's head to the canvas. Brenda rolls out to the outside. Eve Torres going to follow her on out. A series of hard rights, a slap, and a chop block that takes Brenda Blair down to the floor as the referee begins to count. There's a stomp from Eve Torres. Look at this. Oh, man, this ain't good. Oh, man, guillotine drop. Ow. Face first into the floor. Eve Torres follows that up with a stomp. Well, we are definitely getting a up-close and personal view of this one. Brenda Blair in a lot of pain at the moment. Eve Torres really starting to battle back here after several minutes of taking some serious beating at the hands of Brenda. Brenda rolled towards the barricades on the outside. Referee Walt Rothburn continues to count as Eve drives a knee into her head. Look at this. With great disdain for the referee, she's like, I'll go back in there when I'm ready. Oh, well, I guess I should have gone back in there. Driven into the ring steps by Brenda Blair, who is back inside the ring now. Eve Torres follows her on in. Brenda locks her up, takes her to the far left corner, head first into the turnbuckle she goes. Brenda Blair drapes the leg over the rope, delivers a kick to the calf. Brenda immediately going for the sleeper hold here, but too close to the ropes. Referee calling for the break. Brenda with a clothesline. Follows that one up with a second one. Eve Torres gets back up, catches a third one. Winds up in the far corner. Brenda Blair quickly countered by Eve Torres, who goes behind on Brenda, has her up. Back suplex from Eve Torres, who's going for the pin. But not even one. Brenda Blair kicking out real quick. Brenda locks up, well, whipped to the ropes is Brenda. Eve Torres quickly countered into an inverted DDT by Brenda Blair. A hard shot. Eve Torres gets a hold of Brenda. Brenda gets a hold of her, has her all the way up, vertical suplex. And Brenda Blair with a cocky pin here, 1, 2. Would have been nice if she'd have pulled that one off. But no. Eve Torres powering out of that one. Here we go. Brenda Blair driving a series of knees into the side of the head. I'm saying she's seeing all kinds of lights flashing behind her eyes right now. There's the stomp to the midsection. Brenda Blair with a stomp to the shoulder. And a blatant choke. Brenda Blair has really been dominant in this matchup. Eve Torres in the far corner. Brenda gets a hold of her. Starts yanking the arm against the ropes. Brenda drapes the leg over the rope. She is absolutely abusing the hell out of them ropes. Eve Torres caught in another sleeper hold. Again, too close to the ropes. Referee calling for the break. Brenda opting to drag Eve Torres towards center ring. Let's see what she's got cooked up now. Rounds up Eve. Kick to the midsection. Oh, a stunner. And down she went. There's Brenda Blair shaking her little hinder. Isn't that cute? Brenda Blair stalking Eve Torres here. Rebound off the rope. Oh, man. Nasty shot. Face buster off the middle rope from Brenda Blair. Brenda drags Eve Torres towards center. Covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Well, that one's a wrap. Brenda Blair defeating Eve Torres by pinfall in our last match of the first half.
The time, 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And your winner by pinfall, Brenda Blair.
Well, last week she dropped her bid for the Snarl Women's Championship against Liberty Bell Danielle, but she is back this week chalking up another win tonight against Eve Torres as she continues to make the climb towards her next big title bid. And what a shot it was. That stunner put Eve Torres out. Oh, man. Brenda Blair didn't even really have to finish things up. She could have gone for the pin right there, and it would have been all over.
wasn't enough, Brenda puts the finishing touch on Torres with that wicked rebound facebuster, and you could have counted to 20. Torres was fourth tender done. Great win for Brenda Blair.
It most certainly was, Mr. Cardell. That concludes the first hour of tonight's RWL Snarl. And we'll be back with the second half and a whole lot more RWL wrestling right after the break. Hope to see you there when we get back.